Good morning, everyone. Today we'll be starting with a new chapter, Dust of Snow. Dust of Snow is a small and simple poem written by Robert Frost. The poem tells us about how a small incident changes poet's mood from negative to positive. A poet who was surrounded by negative thoughts, right? He was surrounded by negative thoughts. He was sad. He was not feeling good. And his approach towards life was negative. But a small incident, it all of a sudden it changed poet's mood from negative to positive, and he slowly began to enjoy life. This story is about how snow falls on the poet's shoulder, right? And how his mood, it changes from negative to positive. Snow, which is a symbol of purity, right? It all of a sudden fills poet with positivity. So let's see what this poem tells us about. The Dust of Snow by Robert Frost is a small and simple poem with a deep meaning. It expresses the significance of small things in changing one's attitude. How a small incident, you're all negative about life, you don't want to live life, you are not happy about something, but a small incident, all of a sudden, it changes you from within, and you start taking your life positively. This story tells you about that small incident. The poem reiterates that the little things in life can make huge changes in our future. It also shows that if we take the hard times of life in stride, eventually something will happen to change our situation into happier times. Means if we bravely face the hard times, definitely those hard times, our fight will be paid, our struggle will be paid, and happier times will come. Now, summary. It is winter season and the poet is in a bad mood, sitting quietly under the hemlock tree, covered all over the snow. Now, hemlock tree is a poisonous tree. On the spur of moment, on the spur of a movement, a crow is sitting on the branch of the tree. All of a sudden, or you can say, there is a hemlock tree, a crow is sitting, and a moment comes when the crow which is sitting on the branch of the tree, it shakes the tree, and the snow from tree falls on the poet. The snow is cold and velvety to touch, which changes the poet's mood from bitter to elate. This fills him with the refreshing feeling. This moment was very compelling and saves his day from disappointment. The black crow usually symbolizes bad omen, and it is a symbol of death and fear. Since the crow is not related to goodwill, it is ironic that during this time he did an honest deed by shaking of the snow. Now, if you go deeply through it, the poet is in a bad mood. He's sitting under hemlock tree, which is a poisonous tree, right? A crow is sitting on that hemlock tree, which is a symbol of bad omen. But what crow does, right? It changes the poet's mood all of a sudden. He's surrounded by negativity. He's not in a good mood. He's sitting under a tree which is poisonous. On that tree sits a crow, which is considered to be a bad omen. But still, what that crow does, it changes poet's mood from within, and he starts feeling refreshing. He's filled with positivity. He's filled with life. Robert Frost did not prefer to use any other trees like oak, maple, or pine. He chose the hemlock tree, which is typically related to poison and toxicity. Similarly, he uses dust, which is useless to anybody, and nobody wants to be liking dust. But the poet uses it as an impulse that brings positive thoughts in mind. Anyway, the alluring snow that adorns the poisonous hemlock tree's branches is shaken by a scary crow. We have toxic hemlock covered in pure white snow, and a person who is depressed, getting to kill himself, and walking under the tree. The black crow throws the snow on the poet. The fields of pure cold snow alter his mind about sacrificing his life. On the contrary, he decides to forget the regrets of his life and sorrow to follow the path of healing of the inner soul. This poem conveys the message that nothing is small in life. Even trivial things can bring positive changes in our life. In addition to this, it also shows that if we take things positively in life, situations do change for better. Even the small help or good gestures we do for others make large differences. Just believe those random acts of kindness we do and the way they brighten a person's day and sometimes change their future. Noticing and appreciating all the tiny things in life will make our life happier. Now, what is the conclusion? The poem teaches us a lesson that every small act in life can illuminate our soul and motivate us to do better. The small steps which we take towards positivity will definitely bring a bigger change, a bigger positive change. It will make us optimistic. So be optimistic towards life, right? Don't ever feel burdened by the thoughts of negativity. Just take a small step towards positivity, and that would make a difference. Now, this is your homework. Draw a storyboard for the poem Dust and Snow. And if any query is there, you people are free to ask me on your WhatsApp group. Thank you.